Well, good evening, everyone. We did, uh, we did send the invite to old Cletus. But yeah, no response, no response. Anyway, it's Friday evening. I thought I would come in. I was up till probably 4 in the morning last night and enjoying life. Didn't get out of bed until I think it was like 11:45 a.m. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Got to admit it. Let's see. What do we have here, guys? There we are. And we are broadcasting live across a few different little social media sites, which includes X, Rumble, which kind of sucks for me, YouTube, and yeah, that's about it. All three. What's going on, Joanne? Lucky Carl? How the hell are all of you? Let's see here. I do got a clip I'm going to play. I didn't know what to make for a title, so I just figured I'd throw that out there. You know, oh my God, this cannot be true. I don't know why it can't be true. Of course, it might be. But really, I had no title. I was hoping to bounce some shit off of Cletus, but poor old Cletus is, I don't know, sorting out the Sebastian thing or something. Let's see. I'm gonna open this up. See what we got going on here. Well, we got one viewer over here on X. One view. That's awesome. That's really where I get most of my views from. But it's also Friday night. I am going to script this across the screen. For most of us, I think it's just kind of preaching to the choir. But it's kind of neat, I think. We played someone the other night. We'll give this guy a run.
A democracy is a political system in which the people periodically, by majority vote at the polls, select their rulers. The rulers then have absolute power to make whatever laws they please by majority vote among themselves. In a constitutional republic, the people also, by majority vote at the polls, select rulers, who make laws by majority vote among themselves. But the rulers cannot make any laws they please because the Constitution severely restricts their lawmaking power. The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic and transforming it into a democracy. The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language. By calling America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of American principles of government. Writers of the Constitution were anxious to safeguard liberty against dictatorship, monarchy they called it. But their chief anxiety was to protect the country against democracy. Edmund Randolph, delegate to the Constitutional Convention from Virginia, said the general object of the convention was to provide a cure for the follies and fury of democracy. Elbridge Gerry and Roger Sherman, delegates from Massachusetts and Connecticut, urged the Constitutional Convention to create a system to eliminate the evils that flow from the excess of democracy. Alexander Hamilton, delegate from New York, said, "We are now forming a Republican government. Real liberty is not found in democracy. If we incline too much to democracy, we shall soon shoot into a monarchy." John Adams, one of the giants of the American Revolutionary period, said, "Democracy will envy all, contend with all, endeavor to pull down all. And when by chance it happens to get the upper hand for a short time, democracy will be revengeful, bloody, and cruel." America was founded not as a democracy, but as a constitutional republic. We pledge allegiance to the republic, for which our flag stands, not to a democracy. The Constitution requires a republican form of government for all states, but does not mention democracy, and neither does the Declaration of Independence or the Bill of Rights. Someone asked him what kind of government the convention had given America, and Franklin replied, "A republic, if you can keep it." Very old and very wise, Franklin saw through the mists of time to the day when Americans might trade their freedom in a constitutional republic for the promise of government guaranteed equality and security in a democracy. And beyond that, to the day when democracy inevitably degenerates into dictatorship, guaranteeing nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules.
I thought that was a very well-spoken little piece there. This is posted in Bruce Porter networks manager. I don't know what he is, who he is, but I came across that. I saved it because I thought one day I might use it. And I don't know if it's all finished for you guys. Are you talking about McD nuggets? I don't know what those are. What's wrong with your nugs? Is Chicken McNugget your cat? What? What are you guys talking about? People, it's funny how the chat really never has anything to do with the actual conversation in this room. Not that there's been much other than that video, but people are fucked up, man. I could be talking about water. You're going to be talking about, I don't know, hair dryers or some shit. Very strange group of strange people. Yeah. So let me think here. I figured. I'm working on turning this into a call-in show, so that this banner down here. You know what I mean by banner? I'll put one up here. Let's see the ticker. Let's try that one. Kill the banner, so that my ticker down below will actually be a phone number. And I've also, for whatever reason, I no longer have the artwork. It doesn't let me show your Asserts News Network on the app here in StreamYard, which is strange, but you know, you never know when commie rules are going to strike without letting you know. Everyone in the government lost the thought of it being a republic. Well, they obviously want everybody to see it as a democracy, and they've convinced a great amount of people that don't read, that run around thinking they're the educated because they went to college, yet they don't read. They don't understand anything about climate, government, okay, rocketry, basic fucking things. They don't understand anything, even their food they eat. And they run around yelling, I'm vegan. Yeah, well, good. Enjoy all the sickness you're going to get with that. You have a good week. Here, there's Heidi. Somebody did message me on Discord. I'll open that up. I wonder if there's a way I probably could use Discord, but I got a Google phone number. I have to sort out how the hell I can have call-ins without having to have multiple devices going, you know. Let's see here. That's it. Let's see here. She asked me about when the show would be live. I'm confused. I'm lost. Here we go. Comments. Got to go into the comments. Press the invite. Hit copy. Boom. If anybody wants to come up, create a panel. A panel is 2 or more people. You know, you're all welcome to join. If you want to join, most of you you're about pussied up. You're pussified. You're weak. Lazy. Yeah. Oh boy. So it's actually been a good week over here at the old Sarge Hotel. And I don't know, anybody could throw a topic in the chat room. Not that you guys could probably come up with a topic because you're all fucked up talking about things that have nothing to do with nothing. But you never know. Democracy is the way the rebels use to further their confusion. It's not to further their confusion. It's that they're preaching to a group of people that don't read. Oh, these drones. I don't know anything about these drones. If they're drones, I don't know what the problem is. There's somebody doing this intentionally for attention. What do you know about the drones, Lucky? I mean, if they're drones, then we already identified them. I don't know. I don't know that New Jersey is such a critical state that we should worry about it. I mean, to be very honest with you. So, whoever's fucking with New Jersey, have at it. Well, you need excitement now that you aren't cutting grass. Yeah, well, you're right. The winter is here. The winter is here. And I don't have, I do have, like being that I live in an area with small yards, okay? I have the only riding lawnmower in the neighborhood. Although I do have an abnormally long driveway, I'm the only guy in the neighborhood that has a snow plow for his pickup truck, specifically for only his driveway. Everybody else has shovels or snow blowers, so they got to call someone to plow their driveway. But no, fuck that. Riding lawnmower, riding snowblower. That's what I call it. Hell yeah. You made eye contact with a deer. With a deer in yard. What is a deer in yard? Is that a brand of tractor? Your neighbors should suck up to you. My neighbors are fucking. I'm a good neighbor because I just ignore everybody. I mind my own fucking business. I don't want to know nothing about nothing. I just keep an eye on the neighbors that have dogs worthy of a fucking meal in the event of a national catastrophe. I know where to get my fucking next supper from. The Yipper dogs do not really, they're like a snack. But, you know, shepherds and collies and all kinds of different labs. Them dogs that provide you with a few good meals. So I keep an eye on the location of those pets, but that's about all I do. I keep it to myself. I don't want my neighbors knowing in time of a crisis I'll probably be eating their pets, but they'll find out if the crisis ever appears. And if it doesn't appear, they can't hold anything against me for that point of view, right? Deer walk through your, our backyard is a walkway. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, are you guys hunters? I mean, that would make hunting easy. You could do it from the fucking convenience of your fucking dining room. Come on, Earl. Let's go hunting. Where are we going? To the dining room, Earl. We'll sit over here by the sliding glass doors. Holy shit. You spelled neighborhood wrong, but that's okay. Neighborhood, something. Sure, that'd be awesome. Be able to grab yourself a beer and a 12 gauge and head off to the dining room. Bring over your friends. And then the stories you're going to have about the ones they missed. What the fuck? What do you mean, Pete? How'd you miss that fucking deer? Yeah. 100 people who live in, there's like 100 people that live in your state. How does it even qualify for electoral votes? That's what I want to know. It can't be. It just can't be. Let's see here. Go to home on X. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit going on. Trump wants to end daytime savings and daylight savings time. That's gonna fucking fix the economy. Let's do that right away, Trump. What else here? It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, there I am. I see my own fucking mug right here on X. Tells me I got 14 people on X keeping an eye on me. Keeping an eye on me. I don't even know. Fuck. I farted earlier today. It reminded me of a turkey dinner I had in 1979. It was fucking disgusting. Yeah. That just shouldn't be. Fuck. That's what happens when you get old. Things remind you of shit that have no connection in reality. You shouldn't fart and think of your dinner in 1979, in all fairness, but, things like this can happen to you. I still think they should have their electoral vote, though. What the hell? I'm just saying, stuff happens. You just don't ever know when it's going to happen to you. That's the tough thing with getting old. There's no fucking book. Nobody gives you any heads up. They don't tell you that when you sneeze, you lose control of your ass and you blow fucking shit out the backside of you while you're sneezing. There ought to be a book on this stuff. Right? Here's another book they ought to write. It's just how lazy the world has grown. I mean, I'm the master at lazy, but the eye test that New York State gives for you to renew your license, that eye test is putting people in danger because I should not have passed the eye exam, but I did. I don't know how. I did it online. You know what I mean? Someone calls you and that picture's scroll in front of you and you got to tell them what the letters are. You got to be at least 2 feet back from your monitor. I don't know. No, I don't wear glasses. But I do have a blurry vision in my right eye. There is I could see everything pretty good. But reading with my right eye, stuff on the internet, not that good. But with both eyes open, I'm okay. But just strange, man. Just strange that the driver's test, that the eye exam of the renewal of my license was so easy to pass. Now I'm afraid to drive. That's another thing that starts happening to you when you get older. You really start noticing and understanding there's a lot more dangers out there than you ever thought there was. You got to be afraid of the shower. I was in the bathroom this morning doing my thing, and I noticed that how close the fucking sink is to the tub. God forbid if I fell in the tub, I could see myself cracking my head in the fucking sink and just laying there dying. It gets frightening when you get old, folks. Oh my God. It's reality starts setting in with, you only got I got an average of, if the average male lives to 72, I ain't got a whole bunch of time left. Jesus, that's great, bro. You never know. Come on, have you caught yourself leaving your fucking oven on? Or one of the burners on the stove? Have you caught yourself doing that? And you know how it happens, right? It happens because you remove what you're cooking and you bring it over to your sink where your plate is located, right? That's what happens. And then, it's not like you're stupid. The fucking thing should be turned off, but turning it off wasn't the reason you removed the pan to begin with. It wasn't until you moved the pan over to where your plate is or your sink or whatever that you realized, this is ready to eat. And then you do your thing. Meanwhile, the burner is still going on the stove. You're like, huh, that's fucking tricky shit right there. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might have to put signs up or I don't even know. Maybe a periodic alarm from my fucking Alexa, that piece of shit. I keep telling my Alexa my balls itch, and it really doesn't have any answer that's going to help that particular fucking. What do I do, Alexa? My balls itch. And she just hangs up on me. I don't understand. I'm waiting for the thing to wise up and say, scratch him, stupid. But I don't know if it's ever going to get to that kind of education. Oh, my God. What else? I don't even know. I thought they took my recyclables last week. And so this week I got a whole bunch of cardboard because I ordered all my food from Wild Fork and different places. And so now I got all these boxes. I go out there to put the boxes in the bin. The bin's still full. So either I was supposed to get it picked up last week and they didn't, or I wasn't supposed to get it picked up last week. It's this week. But I won't know until this Monday. So now I'm caught in this loop of, should they have picked it up last week? Was that? I think it was. I really think it was. But maybe this week is the week they're supposed to get it. But if they don't get it this week, then I know last week was the right week. And it gets very confusing to be alive the longer you're alive. Too many things get fucking changed and twisted and converted to, I don't even know. One thing's for sure, you shouldn't fart and remember a dinner from 1979, even if it was a prominent holiday dinner like Thanksgiving. It just shouldn't happen. That's just not part of the fucking formula. You would never think that would happen to you. Oh my God. Carl's in. Who's here? Great. Thank you. I left a candle, but see, candles aren't as bad as ovens, though, I think. I don't know why. You could let an oven go, or even the burner, you could let it go all day. What's going to happen? I don't know. We become our parents. Well, I don't think I didn't really have parents that I was around that long to be. I don't know if I'm like them or not, to be very honest with you. I mean, from 14 on, I was kind of myself, my own person. And they weren't that old at that point. Right? They weren't as old as I am now, let me say this. So, I don't know. I drove by Wendy's and thought their flag said open late. Open latte, you said. Oh, yeah, you don't want to leave your electric blanket on for 2 weeks. Holy fuck, that's not good at all. You got to get timers that you plug the blanket into the timer and the timer into the wall. Now you're introducing another potential failure, the wall catching fire because the timer fails because of the amount of power being drawn by the blanket. So it gets very complicated living life. That's the other thing is I'm watching TV in the background and reading or studying up on some stuff. I realize just how fucked up this country is. Right? You got to buy when you buy a sock called Bombas, they give a pair away. Buy one, give one away. Well, if buying a pair is fucking X amount of dollars, you can give a pair. I want both pairs. I ain't down with giving him a pair of socks. Why would I buy one to give one? Buy one, get one seems good, but buy one, give one? No, I'm not really too down with that. Something tells me you're probably not giving these people socks. You're probably giving them the mismatched ones or the ones that didn't come across the assembly line just right. And I think you're giving them second tier socks. Something's fucked up. That don't make no sense to me. But anyway, you're just trying to live life in the first world, and your problems are incredibly fucking unknown to people that live around the globe. I mean, we're talking billions of other people around the globe that just they didn't know that there was a need to make ice cream in your own home, right? Or to warm up a cup of coffee in 30 seconds or less. And that you would get upset and perturbed if your ability to warm your coffee up in a quick manner suddenly failed. How many stairs did she fall down? Did she fall down a whole flight of stairs? That would be fucking epic, bro. That could be a good meme. And who would make a staircase out of fucking slippery ass marble anyway? I don't know. That's a sign of fucking wealth. I think that's a kind of stupidity. Obviously, when old people step on marble, they tend to go tumbling down the stairs, unless that's your goal, right? Well, how many stairs did she fall down? Did she hit her head? Is she fucking in the hospital? Is she? What is she? What about Mitch McConnell? Something fell out of him. I don't know what it was. He probably don't know what it is either. Franklin, good evening. He's saying not enough. She did not fall down enough stairs. She looked fine, and then the hospital bed. She's in another country with dignitaries. That happens too, just out of the blue. Here's another thing you all need to know: cows don't fart. Okay, so these jerk offs telling you need to get rid of fucking cows because they fart. You need to attack them and point out that a cow has two stomachs, and it eats grass. Okay, and hay. And literally, if it farts, it might be once in a blue fucking moon. So your global warmers arguing that beef is bad for the country because of all the fucking farting the cows are doing don't have the fucking first thing to know about what they're talking about, which is always seems to be the case with any movement out there. The movement for that guy Floyd, although killed by the cop that shouldn't happen, it did. But again, oh my God. Excuse me, or give a warning. What flavor are you drinking? I'm actually drinking black cherry Kool-Aid, in all fairness. I actually open my door or when I'm in an underpass, especially in the summer, when I'm I'm on a road and you're under bridges, right? I always open my window and I rip a big ass fucking burp, and it echoes all over the place. Birds start flying out of the little places they're hiding on the girders, shitting on people's cars. It's fucking awesome. I open my front door at night often and just let out a big belch that echoes. It echoes it's kind of amazing how far that fucking noise travels. But it echoes for, God, it's got to be blocks and blocks. I wonder if some of the neighbors think there's a monster walking around in the middle of the night. Imagine being out there and hearing, that's what I'm hoping is happening. That's why I keep doing it. It's a deep, loud fucking belch that lasts for about 4 seconds. And there's got to be somebody that's heard that. If they've heard it a few times, they got to be like, honey, there's something in this neighborhood. I want to move. Oh, shit. I like the blue Kool-Aid, too. That blue Kool-Aid is good. They sell them I got blue freezer pops like that. What else here? Yeah, I bought 36 ho-hos and cupcakes. And then I bought 36 candy bars, which is a combination of Reese's cups, Kit Kats, Hershey bars, and I forget what the other one is. It's got nuggets. I don't know what it is. Nice though. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, maybe you know what I need to do? I need to make a note to myself so that I can schedule that belch at a specific hour of the night every night. See if I can start a rumor. Did you guys hear that fucking belch at 10:05 last night? Or that monster? Did you hear that monster? Did you buy your daughter's Christmas present? No gift for anybody that's over the age of, they know there's no Santa Claus. No gift. What the hell? It's a drone. It's a drone with a burping mechanism attached to it. I don't know what's the point of these drones. Maybe they're trying to prove the Earth is flat. What say you, Carl? I have no idea what these drones are all up to. And it's kind of weird. I could post on StreamYard. It goes to a YouTube, but it doesn't really go to fucking Rumble. It won't go to Twitter or X. I don't put up lights or a tree. No, man. No, I don't do decorations for Christmas. I try to find me a hoe in the spirit of the holiday. That typically is what ends up happening. But it's definitely flat. See that? So I don't even know. Dang, says Hummingbird, huh? Yeah, I'm not ashamed of my life at all. I live a great life. I'm like I don't even know how to say it. Frank knows the words. What the hell is there's some term to describe my life. It went from fucking rags to riches, and then to rags, and then back to riches. So, I've had my moments. I've had my moments. And I still have them. I mean, it's like I said, I fart and it smelled like fucking Thanksgiving dinner in 1979. There's just something wrong with me for those thoughts to all come into my head after I pass gas. It just can't be true. There's something shorted out in my brain somewhere. Or my ass is in control of everything, which really wouldn't be that fucking much of a surprise since I am kind of an asshole. So maybe that's the whole point that I'm learning here. Holy Christ. I mean, there's no one else in here to make fun of. I guess I got to make fun of myself. You people are just weak or cheap or fucking something's wrong with you. You get the ability to come on up in here. Charmed, that's it. I've earned the charmed. I have a charmed life. Except when I'm farting. That's not really charming at all. But it is funny. It is funny. Oh, man. Commercial Christmas is beyond pointless. It has nothing to do with the real reason. Well, yes and no. Everybody's got their opinion. What the hell? I don't have an objection to it. I remember when I got my daughter a Barbie car, but it was, there was, 10 inches of snow outside. Couldn't take it outside. So then I got to move every piece of furniture that I got and stack it and get it all out of the way so that she could drive around the fucking house with it. But, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. That was a tough Christmas, too. It was too big to fit under the tree, so I hid it in the kitchen. And so when she came down the stairs and peeked around the corner and didn't see something big enough to be a Barbie car, she started to cry. She really wanted that Barbie car. Yeah, my ex would get mad at me. I treat my daughter like a little girl, She always had to have on matching stuff or colors that coordinated. I'd talk with girls I know and just find out my buddies' wives and find out the combo stuff that I should be putting my daughter in. So my daughter would come over here in plaid with blue jeans and like an old sweater or something. And I'd be like, no, go to your room, change your clothes. So I remember one time I bought her this closet full of Barbie, and I forget who the princess was back when she was young. But a Disney princess. And so she'd come over. She couldn't wait to come over to put on her princess dress so she could twirl. That shit was fun. My ex would always give me a sneer. Well, you dress her like a little boy. You got her playing hockey. I don't want my daughter playing hockey. Okay? I don't want my daughter to smile and there's 2 fucking teeth missing in the front of her mouth. No. Little girls shouldn't play hockey. And aside from that, And here's the other thing. When she was out there in the hockey, she could skate well. I know she liked the skating, but she didn't like when people rammed into her. And she would cry and say, that's not fair. Exactly. That's what hockey's all about. It's about beating people's asses. And I just didn't think that my little princess should be out there fighting that kind of a fight. Now, if there were 150, 200 years ago and we all had to go hunt for our own food, that's a different story. But we live in a glorious first world nation. And my little girl ain't gonna be out there with somebody fucking swinging a stick at her head. Hell no. No. Yeah, even her socks and her gloves. Everything I did, I get her socks that got the little toe shapes in them, so they were like hand gloves, but for socks. Yeah, I was weird that way. I didn't mind at all. We'd go to the mall, and the mall had white, green, and pink tiles on the floor. And they were always put in a zigzag, or there was kind of a pattern to it, but the pattern would get broken up so that you couldn't we would close our eyes and turn back to the entrance of the mall, and then take a couple of steps backward, and whatever color tile you stood on, that's the color tile that you can only walk on to go through the mall. Does that make sense? So you didn't even get to pick the color. You would walk backwards and bam. So then I'd be on white or whatever, and she'd be on green or whatever. And you're trying to get to somewhere in the mall, but the tiles you're on lead to a fucking drugstore or something. You're like, damn. And in order to get back onto your line of tiles, you got to get somehow from where you're at without touching the other different color tiles. It was a fucking nightmare, but it was fun as fuck trying to get it done because you had to cheat. And you always tried to cheat without being caught. So it was kind of neat. You think you'd be the same man you are today without being a dad to your little girl? Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah. My daughter caused as much joy. I'm more joy in my life, but there was a lot of anxiety and problems because of the woman I went to bed with. I should never have been with her. I just shouldn't have. But you know that there's little girl's out there now. She's a lawyer. She'll be 25 in June, and she's a lawyer. She went to law school. She's got my smarts. Even though my ex-wife convinced her I was the laziest man that she had ever married, I think I was number 3. And in fact, it was the most accurate description she could have made of me, because I am the laziest fucking person you'll ever meet. But on the other end of the spectrum, I'm probably the most financially successful lazy person you'll ever meet. I get more done by fucking noon than most people get done all day, and I'm still in my underwear. It's pretty awesome. And that's what I was trying to get my daughter to understand. Would you rather work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, maybe 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day? Or would you rather work 2 hours a day, 5 days a fucking week, 9 months a year? Which would you rather have? Forget what you're doing. What you're doing isn't important. Because what's important is you're trying to earn money to survive and to prosper. Right? That's all that matters when it comes to work. I know they want you to find a job you love because then it doesn't feel like work. And that's true too, but I love animals, but I don't want to be trimming, grooming, washing, picking up their shit, listening to them bark and fucking with me all. Man, I love dogs, but I ain't going to go and fucking work at a veterinary shop or some kennel or something. Fuck that. There's some things that you love that, like, you know, I love computers, but I ain't going to be sticking my head inside fucking computer boxes all fucking day. Hell no. So anyway, yeah, I think getting employment to what you love might be beneficial, but I think what's most important is that you break down the whole purpose of why you're working. You're working because you live in a society and in a world and in a reality where you need something like money to get by with. And so you should effectively find the most, I don't know, the simplest way to do that. And then free yourself up to do whatever you want. That was the thing too. When I was a dad, I was with my daughter way more than my ex-wife because of the lifestyle I have with work. Yeah. Pretty nice. What else is going on here? Yeah, someone, no, that's off. What the fuck, how long has this been going? Only 30, seems like I've been in here for fucking 10 hours. $10. We got 58 people here. I think, I don't think I was clear on that. I don't, I think that having a daughter gave me a chance to do things that I otherwise probably wouldn't have. But I don't think that the views and the ways that I am would have been any different. In other words, she just allowed a part of me that's always been a part of me to come forward. I'm high as fuck. It's Elevated Truth's birthday. Huh. Elevated Truth's birthday. Yeah, I don't tell people my birthday. There you go, Great Pro. Pardon me. Hang on. Nothing. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm glad it's his birthday. How old is he? Does anybody know? Is he 39? Is he 40? 45? I don't know. I know he drives a Chrysler, which is like the worst car brand in the world, but, it is what it is. Well, you said say excuse me, so I said excuse me. But that's only like 1/10 of the actual power of the belch that I put out into my neighborhood every night. It's like the highlight before I go to bed, the highlight of my evening. Let one of them big ass burps rip. Hearing it echo off some people's storm doors and shit. That's pretty awesome. And I don't know if there's anything going on in the world except that we're bombing the shit out of. We bombed the shit out of Yemen. We've done all kinds of crazy shit under this Biden administration. And I don't think it's going away anytime fast. Charmed, earned the charmed. Somebody. Oh, genealogy girl is over there on X. Yeah, she's and like I said before, if people if they know how to click on a button, click on a link, they can click on a link and come into and you come up on this panel here. I could have like a guest. I'm allowed to have a guest according to the system here. I'll post it over here on YouTube or what do you call it? Rumble. Yeah, it's all crazy. All right, what else do we got in my Twitter account that might be of relevance here? Let's see what the fucking main stories of the week are. Insurrection bar. Let me see. Talking about the J6 and how there were what do you call it? The J6 and how there was FBI agents, which it's just ridiculous. Of course we know that they implanted government agents in that fucking group and they incited that fucking problem. It's unbelievable. 48 years old. He looks younger. Look at that. I don't want to do that. I want to do a present. Let's see what we got here. Screen share. We're gonna roll the clock back, folks.
Bing bong bong bing bing bing.
We're rolling the clock back.
Just what I needed now. A wino and a rhino.
Well, Pop, you gonna help me with this garden now?
Son, I did my part. I got us a scarecrow. This is guaranteed to scare away slugs and snails and birds.
Just remember that the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Hallelujah!
And you remember when you looked in the mirror tonight, the Lord gave you that face and you stuck with it. Let me tell you something. Every time I see you, it makes me wish that birth control was retroactive. Why don't you start helping us out in the kitchen?
All right.
You can start by sticking your face in the freezer and making us some ugly sickles.
again. Listen, if we were alone on a raft in the middle of the ocean, I'd rather kiss an octopus in the mouth. Today is my lucky day.
Why? Because you looked in the mirror and it didn't break? What do you want?
I'm the winner of your lucky number contest, and I want my money.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money I got coming on this ticket, turkey.
You call me a turkey again, I'll base you with a couple of these.
Why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker?
You.
I could throw some tracing paper over your head and draw me a moose face. Who you calling a criminal? I'm no criminal.
Not now. But if you're gonna take a physical, you're gonna have to take your clothes off. And if you take your clothes off, that's criminal. Wait a minute. See, you take your clothes off, that would be first-degree ugliness with malice of forethought and attempt to cause blindness. Hey, what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here?
Well, wolf woman don't usually come out until it's a full moon. Goodbye, dear.
Oh, you call me dear?
I should not call you dear. You look like Bambi's father.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am on mute. Yeah. Let me think here. Sharing screen. Here. This is about the current activities in New Jersey.
Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, so aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time, we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Sabrina, can you tell me?
You see that bitch got a mustache. What the fuck is that all about? That bitch got a mustache. Did you guys see that? I can't take it no more. How the fuck that I don't even want to know. Holy fuck. Let's see what happens there. They did a portrait here of John Kerry. What does he look like? These people with their memes, I got to stop watching memes. Oh boy. Yeah, the memes are they're a bit crazy. Yeah. So I don't know. There's drones everywhere. I don't know what the deal is with these drones. I'm not even sure I care. To be very honest with you, like anything else, it's just going to go away, and you're never going to know any better about what's going on or what's not going on. I always wonder how much I truly miss out on using a tiny phone for everything. Can't see shit. That's true. I don't know how people live their life staring into a phone. I mean, we're all guilty of it, me included. I don't use my phone though. That's where I draw the line. I'm not having this shit follow me around. When I leave my house, I leave my house, and anything that I've done here, even if it's murder, I leave it here. What happens here stays here. Okay. Well, murder probably not. Eventually, you'd start to stink. I'd have to dispose of you. However, that entire activity would stay here. I wouldn't carry it around with me and walk out the door with it. A phone is for phoning. I don't play that bullshit with this phone. The texting, all the nonsense that goes along with these phones. All these got to have an app for everything. Welcome to McDonald's. Did you order with my app? No. I want to order with the person I'm talking to. Call ahead. You save money with the app. Fuck you, bro. That's only until enough people use your app that there's no other way to contact you. Then your prices will go right back to the way they were. Yeah, I don't. My phone is sitting there. I just checked it. I've got no reply from Cletus. And you guys are saying he's over there at the I don't know, the guy that's the marijuana guy there. What's his name there? Elevated Truth. He's the marijuana expert, that guy. There's no doubt about that. He's got that marijuana stuff down to a science. All the codes, all the laws, all the variables, all the percentages, it's crazy. Chicken nugget. What's chicken nugget? What else we got over here on X? Anything of any value on X? That's what I was doing, right? I was reading some of their headlines. There really isn't much going on. Nancy fell down the stairs, right? Everyone in Tennessee sitting outside with a gun waiting for drones to come their way. Look at that. People aren't allowed to build their homes because FEMA said the homes on that side of the street are in a flood zone. The fucking retards. They have no authority to get rid of the drones, according to our security things. Something's going on with Turkey and Iraq. I don't know what. I don't give a fuck. You tell your national anthem is spine tingling. Fuck the Italian national anthem. It's crazy. People are complaining about what Elon Musk's going to do. The failed Waldorf Astoria and turn it back into a Trump International Hotel. That's going to be epic. If Trump created that hotel out of the post office, right? And then he sold it because he has rights for like 60 or 100 years on that fucking thing. And he sold the fucking thing for big money. And it sounds like maybe they turned it in. I don't know what they did. But anyway, all kinds of shit happening. Land grab. You just wait and see. It's always a land grab with these feds. These corruptors got to get the hell out of there. Somehow they've got to be ejected. Right? The hell knows, man. Why are people using examples from fiction for the war on women? Yeah. Look at that white girl from the WNBA is being stupid with this white privilege bullshit. Unfucking believable. Yeah, all these drone sightings. What a distraction. Huh. I don't even know. Look at that. Nancy Pelosi. There's a meme that says she's not worried about falling down because she's still getting a paycheck. Nasty bitch. I'm referring to the rooster guy as a chicken nugget. Oh. Yeah, I don't, he's cool. I've been into other people's channels lately. For whatever reason, my buddy 12 Gauge ignores me. He really doesn't pay give me any replies on his Discord or on anything else. He's deep in the woods with these conspiracy theorists on the Idaho 4, which is fine. If you guys remember about a week ago, somebody came in here from Rory's channel, girl named Terry or something, and asked me if I'd go up on Rory's. And I said what I said. It's not like I don't know Rory, like I wasn't part of that panel. And he's kind of ignored me. He's avoided me. And, so that tells me he's doing something with Paramount again. Maybe they should do a special on what a really special kind of an asshole Sergeant Friday is. That's what they should probably do on Paramount. I bet you'd get a lot of views for that. Right? The inside scoop on the asshole we all love and hate, Sergeant Friday. That probably would sell some tickets right there. Well, I don't know. I don't care. I just think it's rather funny. That neural nugget, that frenzy. Who's that other girl? Frenzy? That frenzy and neural nugget, I'd give a whooping to in the hay. They look doable, right? Even if it means the light's got to be low. They're right there. I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's a close call. It depends on your perspective. Depends on the lighting. Same with me. I'm the best looking motherfucker you'll ever meet with the lights off. Guarantee it. Okay? The hottest motherfucker in the dark. And, unfortunately, the truth is that applies to a lot of us out here in the real world. I have no problem with taking and owning my own. But that frenzy and that fucking neural nugget girl. What the hell? You're the best part of chatting there. Who got timed out? Time you out. Who timed you out? Who timed you out, Carl? But Forensic Frenzy was having this day, and these people giving a psychological analysis about fucking Brian Koberger. They're taking things they heard about his life, and they're creating a psychological analysis. It's like, what the fuck? How do you do that? Well, he used to be very fat, and that's an indication of this and that. And then he lost all kinds of weight, and apparently he was on drugs. And then when you get him to the crime, and when he committed this crime, he had all of this baggage with all of this. I was in there and I said the Forensic Frenzy, and she completely fucking ignored me. She would reply to every chatter in her chat room because there wasn't a lot of them, except me. I would say, can you explain to me how he committed the crime when we now know the vehicle at that home was an 11 to 13 Elantra? And I repeated that question several times. She just ignored me. She didn't even acknowledge I was in her chat room. I thought that was rather fucking funny. Here's a guy that you're telling all these stories to. You're also coming up with fake news. You're saying that the reason that Ann wants the fucking X-rays is because there's possibly a broken part of the knife blade inside of Ethan. Completely made this fucking story up about the knife blade connected to X-rays. And just for Forensic Frenzy's fucking courtesy, let me just say, the reason Ann Taylor's asking for the X-rays is because that's part of fucking discovery in a kind of a case that we're looking at, a murder, multiple murders, autopsies, X-rays, final fucking words from the victim, anything at all connected to that fucking incident is what Ann Taylor is asking for. You can't then extrapolate that she's looking for a broken piece of fucking knife inside of somebody's body. Oi. These people are insane out here on the internet. It's the most insane thing I've ever witnessed. It's almost like you've given these people a gun and they're using the fucking bullets for suppositories. They think the fucking bullets are to be stuck up their ass. That's what they're doing. First time they've ever come in contact with a gun. They got a gun, they got the cartridges, they got the fucking magazine. And these people are running around playing fucking Indian and fucking cowboy and sticking the bullets up their ass. In their nostrils, they're completely clueless as to the fucking whole point of what they're out here doing. And it's kind of funny to watch, but in a way, it's kind of irritating too. It's kind of fucked up that you would make up all these things about Brian. You would ignore the facts. Somebody needs to show how an FBI agent with 30 plus years experience identified a specific make, year, model of a car that can't possibly be possessed by Koberger. Yet Koberger is said to be the perpetrator, and that car that they identified is the car that was used to get to the crime, commit the crime, and leave the crime. But the vehicle that did all of that is an 11 to 13 Elantra, not the 15 that Brian Koberger has owned for quite some time, not the 2015 Elantra that he transferred his registration from Pennsylvania to Washington Okay, because he was going to be there for some time getting an education. It's insane. I can't. Yeah, me either. Rhea, these people coming up with all these fucking stories and all these angles and all of this chaos, and they're doing. That tells you. I mean, that's how I know I'm not crazy, because I can see the crazy in what they're doing. You're going to sit and stare at a video. Listen, I did this when I was a crackhead. Let me tell you guys a little story. When I was a crackhead, you'd be amazed at what you would see in fucking reflections. And I'm telling you, shadows, reflections, you'd swear to God they had your building surrounded with a SWAT team. And the worst thing that can happen, for whatever reason, I think God just likes to fuck with us. But as you're going through these delusionary ideas of what's going on outside, while you're inside smoking crack trying to hide in the shadows, right? And you're peeking out the windows, all of a sudden the helicopter passes by. And let me tell you how real the world becomes. Now you know that they're out there because that helicopter's helping them. That's what you do when you're on fucking drugs, man. But to claim you're not on drugs and do what Tommy Jude has done and Bubbly Waters, I think that you should come right out, you two, and say, we're clearly active drug users of psychedelic fucking drugs. Something. Because otherwise you're just crazy people. And, you know, they closed all the institutions. And so it wouldn't be a far stretch, folks, to suppose that many of the people out here are just crazy. Look at that other guy, Dolly Vision, and all those people with the Sebastian Rogers case. And Butthole Betty. And it's just fucking pure insanity. How about that little guy, T-Rev? The fucking guy is knee high to a fucking curb. It's insane, that little motherfucker. And the popularity he gained and the amount of money he drew out of everybody's pockets. It's just mind-numbing to me how intense and how insane this is. Well, I don't know that nobody does. I find that a little, but again, it's all these other ones. I can't believe Forensic Frenzy is still creating these conspiracies. You know, and she does claim to her on that particular stream that I just had seen. She did say that these are her ideas and they're for entertainment purposes only. But here's the thing. Then make that a private channel with your membership. Because people that don't notice that that's what you're saying, if it's not permanently patched, like you see where it says Sergeant Friday, if it isn't bannered, right, like subscribe to Yahoo News Network, if it doesn't say something to the effect that this is just, you know, none of this information is real, it's just speculation. You need a permanent banner across your page like that if you're going to actually do that, in all fairness to your audience and to any onlooker that jumps in. Because otherwise, if people aren't informed, they don't know what you're talking about isn't some kind of theory you're putting forward, or that you got evidence that there's a broken part of the knife blade in fucking Ethan, and that the x-rays will show that, and that'll explain why the knife wounds weren't consistent across all of the victims. What the fuck ever, man. You know, I don't know what people think stabbing someone to death is like. But it's pretty vicious. It's pretty fast. Okay. And especially once the person can't fight back anymore. And it can be rather exhausting. Okay. To somebody that's all frenzied up. So there's a whole bunch that people just don't realize. You know, they didn't just stick the knife into your heart and leave. They didn't come in with this, you know. What's the old saying about EARU? What is that? What is what? Hummingbird moth? What the hell is that? What's the old saying about? I don't know. I don't know what EARU means, man. But I want to know what the old saying is you're talking about. Now that I've read that. People send them money. And I don't, you know, again, is the presenter the only crazy person in that fucking room? And the answer is no. All of you following along with that happy horse shit that has no basis in reality are the crazy people. You know, it's like walking into fucking Central Park with a bag of fucking popcorn, right? You're going to have all the fucking birds follow you. Don't be surprised. That's the way the shit works, man. Ugh. And people do, they eat it up. So what is this saying about EARU? What the hell is that? Hummingbird. And eyes. Ears and eyes. Ears are you. What? I don't know what the hell you're saying. You made it worse with those symbols. You clearly can speak the English language. What's the old saying about hearing and seeing? I don't know. Believing? I don't know. I'm not picking on you. I'm just struggling with trying to understand what your point was. It may be a very valid point. It may be a ridiculous point that I could take shots at. There's all kinds of possibilities going on here. Hummingbird moth. I almost called you hummingbird mouth, but you're moth. I get it. All right, yeah. So I don't think there's anything really too intense in the news that's so important. That let me think here. No, that's nothing. Look at George Stephanopoulos was going to sit for a 4-hour fucking deposition next week. Been pardoning crack dealers, drug traffickers, and some of the most notorious fraudsters in American history. Here's an inside look into the people Biden's handed out a free pass to. I don't even want to know, man. I don't even want to know. It's fucking insane. The guy gave something 1,500 people yesterday. It's just insane. Percent hearing and seeing, percentages. Yeah, you've done nothing to complete that sentence if you would. You've heard it. What does it say? What's the old saying about? Yeah, complete the whole sentence. What is the old saying? Say what the old saying is, please. Please. What do we got here? Hey, Sarge, what's up, girl next door? I could use me a girl next door as long as she's not 931 years old, as your fucking profile indicates you may very well be. Which brings you back to, that's pretty biblical if you're that old. 3 little birds on my doorsteps is a 75% chance of sunshine that day. That's one way to look at it, right? What if they're all dead and dropped off by the neighbor's cat? Now what? Oh boy, Great Pearl. Oh, that's your zip code. You're a California girl. So you can't be next door to me. I'm in New York. The once great state, emphasis on once great state of New York. It's insane. It's a famous Bob Marley song. Oh, okay. I never listened to Bob Marley. I'm not really big on Bob Marley, in all fairness. Oh, you're just south of Nashville. Oh, 931 is. Oh, okay. So you're down there by Clue and Cletus. I'm waiting for them two to get married, so that when they get divorced, I can finally find out for sure if they still if they still stay brother and sister. That's what I'm trying to find out. But time will tell, and they're putting off this wedding now for like the 88th time. It's got to be a reason. I don't know. My reason is probably a little controversial, brother, sister. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really know. You don't know what you don't know. No, I never really listened to Bob Marley. No. Yeah, she does need it. Man, she needs to marry him. I agree. What the hell? She does. She definitely does. She needs, yeah. I don't know what her fucking reluctance is. I think the reluctance is the first guy that she picked was you couldn't pick a worse person. I mean, if you just think about it, she couldn't have picked the worst person. So, she's just not all down with this marriage. I think she blames the marriage or that she was unable to pick a good guy. And, I don't know. Marriage does change things, just so you know, folks. Each of us, and they are definitely each other's person. Yeah, they may be true. They may be each other's person. He's her fucking stick man, and to her, she's his, I don't know, Twinkosaurus Rex. I don't know. I did have a fucking video I had a video I was going to play, man. It came, I forget where I saw it. Somebody's on a boat or something. And it looks like some creature comes up out of the sea and snatches his food. And when the camera then regains focus underwater, it's this big fat girl swimming away with a sandwich or something. It's just too fucking funny. There's one person for each of us, and they're definitely each other's person. Could be. Call me the jealous type, but no way would I be okay with my old lady talking to someone else hours upon hours daily. I don't know why that would bother you, bro. I never really was. I mean, I've. All right. Talk to you soon, Great Pro. You want me to send you out? I can send you away with a belch if you'd like. Or you could go belchless. It's up to you. Are you pro belch or are you anti belch? That's all that really matters here. Carl's pro belch. He don't even got to speak up. Girl next door, she's probably on the fence. But you never know. Yeah. Yeah, I was never big on jealousy, to be honest with you. Once when I was fucking under the influence of drugs, I was a drug dealer, drug user, yeah. I did have an episode. Wasn't a good one either. The jealousy was strong. Jealousy is strong with you, my friend. Yeah. Fuck that jealousy, man. I just to move on. No is okay with me. No is no. And when you say no, I just, you know. Was my jealousy warranted? No. Absolutely fucking not. I was dead wrong. Jealousy is all about you. In my opinion, it's all about you. Woman says no, I'm no. I'm a fucking 100% supporter of no. That's it with me. Okay. I just say, all right, listen, I'll bring you home, whatever situation is, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I just go rub one off in their bathroom and move on. You know, I eliminate the need to go any further. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? Oh my God, that'd be funny. Well, if she's talking on the phone with somebody and you could hear her side of the conversation, I don't know if that would actually bother me. I mean, my ex-wife was mad that back when I was married, I was pretty close with her sister, and we talked every day on the phone, and that bothered my wife. It's like, what the fuck? Why would that bother you? You're working. And you call and you're like, oh, you're on the phone with your sister again? Yeah, I would talk to you as much as I talk to her on the phone, but you're working in an emergency room, so it's kind of not possible. Right? That's fucking fine. Yeah. But, like I said, the jealous emotion is more about you than it is the person you're directing it towards. All right? That's why I really... I've got friends that are women. And some of these women I've slept with in the past, or dated, or both, because one isn't mutually exclusive with the other. Yeah, not unusual. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird that way. Call me old-fashioned. There's a lot more we can call you flat earther, but we'll stick with old-fashioned for this particular stream. Unbelievable. We got 69 viewers in here, and we're talking about some sexually explicit topics. Bunch of freaks with 69 in here. What the hell's wrong with all this? That total, just so you know, I see on StreamYard. You're not going to see it wherever you're viewing this from. Yeah. No, we just learned a lot about you. FRY. What is that? Who's Fry? Is there someone named Fry in this room? Long time no see or talk. Beckles, 3819. Trilla Balls. She's got, I don't know. She changed her name to Big Balls. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. That's it. Yep, or change your last name to Mabalzich. It sounds Ukrainian to me. I'm not going to promote the idea. Hello, long time no talk. What is she saying? Girl next door. Someone's going to cheat that will cheat. Jealousy isn't going to stop. Well, jealousy too, like I said, it's more indicative of is more descriptive of you. A little twinge of it is healthy, right? But to be the focus of your fucking attention. Who are you talking to? Where are you going? Oh my God, man. I just ain't playing that fucking shit. Yeah, if you're worried that, yeah. But anyway, those two, this all started because of fucking, the brothers Cletus there that aren't getting married, that keep saying they're going to get married, and he keeps proposing and giving over diamonds. I don't know if she's trying to build a fucking African diamond mine in her living room. I don't know what she's doing with these diamonds, but one never knows, I say diamonds are a girl's best friend. What do I know? I'm no expert. 100% no expert. It's all good. That's fine. Some of these fucking titles and some of these stupid memes out here are just crazy, man. It makes no fucking sense. People have their reasons. Brothers Cletus. Yeah. You like that one, girl next door? The Brothers Cletus. That's going to be what I call them the next time I see him. What up, the Brothers Cletus? You never know. Today's day and age could be. What the hell? Alex Soros, the offspring of the filthy, murderous piece of shit George Soros, who should be banned from every country on earth and be made to live in a fucking dinghy in the middle of the ocean. That fucking murderous cocksucker. He says half of Americans have no confidence in Trump's cabinet's picks. So what? Half of America didn't vote for him, you stupid fuck. That's like saying water is wet. And your father is one of the richest men in the world, and this is the offspring of a guy that's supposed to be brilliant? I don't know. I know some poor people that'd be smarter than you people, huh? Really poor people. It's insane. I don't even know. Fucking George Soros' kid. Ugh. People have their reason. Nothing can make me cheat. Nothing and no one. Well, yeah. Yeah, why cheat? I never understood that, to be very honest with you. If it's over, it's over. I mean, just let it be. Move on. There's no to me there's no need to cheat. It's just, I don't know. I'd say don't cheat, have him join you. That's all I can say about that. We'll go on to a new topic. Fucking water is what? Look at it. It's Heather. That's not who I was talking to, though. I was talking to someone else. There's a link. Weren't you supposed to come in here the other day and then come up here on the stream? Weren't you supposed to do that? Or did you have some, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you had some kind of woman problem or something. I don't know about any of them. I'm a man. What would I know? I don't know. Something prevented you from coming in here. And you had some excuse. I don't know. You probably blamed it on your electronics or something. I don't know. I can't say. It is what it is, right? But, there is a link to the StreamYard. He's welcome to come up here. Girly. There's that one girl. Yeah, I think it was you. Yeah, it was you. Or maybe it was that other girl. Hang on. Are you that real hot blonde on fucking Discord? Let me see if that's the girl I'm thinking about. Let me think. Well, yeah, I thought about her, but not in the way I want to share with anybody. Say that to somebody you haven't seen in a while. When you bump into them, say, man, I've been thinking about you, but it wouldn't be comfortable to share with you what I've been thinking. And just watch how these people react. It's got to be a friend, obviously, or an ex-coworker or something. That'll fuck them up hard. They won't even know. They won't be able to. If you told them you had your heart removed, they won't even notice that. Right? Yeah. But I've said you're welcome to come up here too. So don't use excuses about this, that, or just because you're not hot Nicole or what's her name? What is that girl's name? Ashley, maybe? Yeah. And I don't know. That's the picture she posted. It's very small. I can't see the whole thing, but yeah. Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, you're on Discord too. What the hell? Yeah, so remember, folks, that's what you say when you run into somebody you haven't seen in a while. Say, man, man, it's so good to see you. I've been thinking about you a lot, but it wouldn't be comfortable to share with you what it was I was thinking. And then just continue on with the conversation. What have you been doing? How's that? I love your shoes. And they will not know how to interact with you at that point. That is one way to put people off balance. Oh, I've been thinking about you a lot at night, even, and but I'm not going to share exactly what I was thinking. How you been? Yeah. What the hell? That's a it's a hell of a conversation starter, right? I got all kinds of stupid shit I say to people. I don't even know why. It just happens. But it does have a way of leaving a mark, right? And there's nothing better than leaving a mark on somebody than when it isn't, you physically striking them and leaving a mark. When you leave a mental mark, it kind of lingers. And it'll jump out at them. And every time you become a thought of theirs, that particular moment in time will fucking strike them again. So you kind of find your way. You're almost like a fucking, I don't even know, some kind of fucking virus that infects the brain. Holy fuck. Yep. What do we got here? It's really hard to find good topics. Everything is about that fucking drones, man. Very strange. Yeah, I don't want to hear about the drones. Yeah. So that's why I don't like this one scientist, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's an arrogant black dude. That's a scientist. The big, he's a fucking jerk off. He's a tool for the fucking communist cocksuckers we call Democrats. I'm so over the drone bullshit. It's all distract. It is. Got to get this grand to bed. See you all in a bit. All right. Get the kid to bed. The grandkid. All right, what do we got? Because it's fun. I agree. Yeah, I'm just a rambling, folks. So if you've got nothing important to do, and there's nothing important to know or say, then this is the place to be. All these actors being attacked. Poor Nancy. Nancy's old as fuck. She's fine. If Nancy fucking Pelosi fell down the stairs at my house, I'd call a carpenter to check on the stairs. That's what I would do. Right? I mean, the bitch's husband was attacked by a fucking what I think to be a male escort with a hammer. It turned out that that's not the way it got displayed to the public, but that's exactly what appeared to have happened. His other neighbors are saying that they had seen that kid in the neighborhood and at that house several times. So the person wasn't a stranger to that house. But they turned it into some kind of fucking whatever they wanted to turn it into. And ruined the kid's life, which, you shouldn't attack somebody with a hammer. Yeah, here comes Sidney Powell. She's back again begging for fucking money. Her and that fucking General Flint. Someone ought to take a fucking pound of fucking poop and throw it at him. Right? I think you're right, Carl. I think you're right. Yep, I think you're totally right. You said that Earth is pear-shaped. Yeah, pear-shaped. He's pear-shaped. His fucking head is pear-shaped. There was a streamer back in the day when I was doing politics, and he literally has a head shaped like a pear. And I forget, him and I had a disagreement about something, and he was upset, and I said something to the effect where the guy has a misshapen head. His head is misshapen. He has a misshapen head. I shall not say the name of the man with the misshapen head. I would say, oh, the fucking guy was furious. But his head was shaped like a pear. His name is Brian Cates. He's over on X. And his head is literally shaped like a fucking pear. There's no question about it. From the fucking, he's got a Homer Simpson bald head that's kind of, it looks like the top part of a pear, and then by his cheeks and his jaw and all of that fatten out. And his name is Brian Cates. And when word started to spread and got back to him that I was calling him the guy with the misshapen head, he was besides himself, bro. This guy was off the. It was like that cop John when he brought up his fucking mother got, a clock landed on her. Her grandfather clock tipped over on her. And then I was like, what kind of a son are you to let the fucking clock land on your mother? I mean, it's time for you to be more involved with keeping your mother safe. I just beat him down with that clock. And yeah, he took a disliking to me. It was kind of fun. But hey, I can't help it. These are the things that are there to be played. The field is full. You show up with a head shaped like a pear. I'm sorry. You're welcome to make fun of me. There's my picture up there. Look at me. Fucking, I got Terminator glasses on. My ears don't stick out too much. Yeah, but I'm no fucking Hollywood celebrity looking motherfucker by any means. Right? No doubt about it. You could say I'm bald. That Clue was telling me I was bald. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of material to work with right there in that image of me. The fact that people don't know how to create material and toss it back at me is their fucking problem, not mine. My head ain't shaped like no fucking pear. Oh, that was fucking awesome. Holy Christ. Like Carl, he doesn't even put a picture of himself up there. Usually the women do. A lot of times the men don't. Right? I don't know why. Carl's prepared with his wrench. Uh-oh. You guys are going to boot me out of my own fucking chat room? Say it ain't so. Biden's administration is auctioning off the wall. Okay, and they're selling it for $5 a panel. And so Texas is going to go in and buy the whole fucking lot. Can you believe that? He's shoveling our money out the fucking door into the garbage. Criminals and terrorists and murderers and sex traffickers and drug cartels, and it's unbelievable. I don't even know. I don't know. Her, that Nancy Pelosi, that Mitch McConnell, that Thune, the Murkowskis, there's a whole bunch of these people still left in our government that, I'm sorry, but may a very pleasant accident befall them and remove them from their job. Right? What the hell? Got to put her clothes in the dryer. Look at that. Carl got a wet spot. Fucking nasty bastard, Carl. Oh my God. I don't even know. It's fucking crazy. They need age limits. They need something over in that fucking institution. Maybe we need to install more fucking highly polished marble fucking flooring. Shit, I'd polish that fucking shit on my hands and knees if I knew it would help fucking clean that place out. I'd be the first guy to volunteer. Give me the fucking buffer. Give me the compound. I'll be spit shining them fucking stairways. Holy fuck. Talk about reflections. You could bring Tommy Jude in from the fucking, and his buddy, Bubbly Waters, and all the other jerk-offs in their channels, and you could bring them into the rotunda while I'm polishing the fucking steps. They'll be able to see the future. Right? Hell yeah. Fucking A, man. Brian Kohlberger did it. Look at that step 22. Look at the reflection on step fucking. It's hitting the railing and bouncing off the railing and fucking hitting Washington's fucking reflection. It's fucking crazy. And you could bring in Detective John. He can keep track of the fucking time. He's the time traveler, apparently. He's the only one I know with experience in time travel. I mean, seems to run in his family, if not run his family over. His mother was almost killed by time. That's some fucked up shit. Right? He used to make fun of me. Oh, yeah. He's admitted he was part of a crime family. Not really quite, but if that's what you want to spread about me, I don't know. Give me some street cred. I was part of a crime family. Yeah. That's why my dad was indicted for racketeering. So it makes me a criminal because my old man was indicted for racketeering. Hell yeah. I was also in lockup with the son of Sam's son. Believe it or not, the son of Sam had a son. And the son wasn't named Sam. And the son of Sam wasn't named Sam. I don't even know how he got the name of the son of Sam. But that's what they called him. He was a serial killer. And his son, I don't know what his son did. Probably shit like me, drugs and gambling and fucking robbery. I don't know. I was just like Arthur Shawcross. I passed him in the system of fucking jails. Arthur Shawcross. The guy was out there chopping up prostitutes. You know, I don't know. It wasn't like the area he was in didn't have restaurants for fucking food to eat, because they did. Lots of restaurants in the area where he was doing this, but, you know, people do what they do. I can't explain it. I don't want to hear about it. Means that the grandfather would have been named Sam. Well, the son of Sam. I don't know where they come up with the name, the son of Sam. The guy's name was Berkowitz, but it wasn't. I don't think it was Sam. And his kid, I don't know. I can't remember. It's a long time ago. I didn't even find out from the kid that that's who the kid was. We were in holding. We were in lockup. Then we went into the jail, not a state penitentiary, but a jail with dorms and cells and stuff. And you know, we were near one another. And we, you know, I got along with the guy. He seemed a little fucked up to me, but no more than the fucked up I might have seemed to him at that point. Remember, you're in jail. If the people you're in jail with you consider to be normal, there's something highly fucking suspicious about your idea of normal. So I can't honestly say neither I nor him was normal. But yeah, the son of Sam. I never met him. His name was Berkowitz, I think. But the Berkowitz son I hung out with. It's very, very crazy. Small world. Maybe the father. I don't know how they came up with that name. Maybe he left it somewhere at a crime scene, or I don't even know. Boy, Nancy Pelosi looks even worse in fucking hospital outfit than she does in real life. Jesus Christ. I don't want to get that wrinkly. I got to tell you that if for my age, I have almost no wrinkles. I mean, for what, but I've always had that greasy Italian skin, so that may be why. And I've also admired black people for that particular. They don't get their fucking, most of them don't get all wrinkled up. All right. I've always admired black people. And since Italy, from where I'm from, in my ancestry, if you did a genealogical makeup on me, was conquered by the blacks. And I think the Italians are greasy Italians. It's kind of in our fucking blood. I'm not all fucking wrinkled up. Oh, and the other thing I don't have, which I'm very, very happy about, is you know how people get the puffy cheeks and they got that outline around their mouth, from their nose around their mouth? I always said that's because they were kissing ass their whole life. But everybody has that. And I've been fortunate enough by restraining my smile not to get one of those. They're called smile lines, but they really look like you've been puckering up to somebody's asshole, in my opinion. Son of Sam. Yeah. David Burke. I got his name right. I knew his last name. And that's because I was in jail with his son. Who knows? Probably some woman visited him in jail. and he banged one out. Or he may have had a couple of kids already. All is well. Sarge knows son of Sam's son. There you go. Yeah, that's the story. There's a lot of things I can share. A lot of crazy things I've encountered, been a part of, done, thought of, moved on with. Belched. I used to be able to belch the entire fucking alphabet with a belch. That was awesome. I was young then. Excuse me. I don't think I could do that now. But I know there's got to be some guy out there that can relate to that. Because that's something us men do when we're boys. Right? We're the first one to try to get a match next to our ass and fart at it to see if it really does ignite, and find out the hard way that you shouldn't do that in undershorts because the flame follows the fucking gas right back to your asshole and it will burn you. So it's best not to do that, honestly. It's not always a good idea. Should make it your ringtone. I don't even know. Trump says shoot down the drones if they can't be identified. So I agree with Trump. Free fucking target practice for our F-18, F-16, F-22, for anybody in the military with that. There's always one. So we got Carl. He thinks he's the head moderator in charge, apparently. I don't know who he's giving that head to. It ain't me. But there's something going on with Carl. There's just something going on. Oh, look at, there's a Trump impersonator outside De Niro's house. This I gotta play. I've never seen it. I just came across it. Hang on. I don't have TikTok, just so people know I don't have any of that. Carl's always in charge. Hang on, I don't want to invite no more. Nobody comes in when I invite them. Bunch of pussies. Apparently this guy is in front of De Niro's fucking apartment. And I don't know that to be true, but I'm going to play this just because it may be funny.
I mean, your favorite president / Time Magazine Person of the Year. I want to talk to you. You haven't made a good movie in over 20 years. I want a small cameo in Meet the Fockers 6. Together, we can make movies great again. Believe me, Bobby, believe me. Okay. I just want to talk to you. Just a nice little conversation, right? That's right. Okay. So I guess Bobby wasn't home, but I'm going to leave him with a little party gift. My new fragrance, Fight, Fight, Fight. It's a great Christmas gift along with a cameo from yours truly. No better gift for Christmas than a Merry Christmas from Donald Trump. Hello, sir. What's that? Film him. Film him. I'm not supposed to what? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. You can call the police if you want. Okay? That's right. We're going to leave a little gift right here.
That's just some funny shit right there, right? I'm going to say this. I'll probably be the only person you're going to hear this from. Regardless of what you see, and regardless of what you believe, Trump has his role in all of the chaos that we've experienced and continue to experience and will continue to experience. Okay? I don't see President Trump as some savior like Jesus Christ. He's going to come in and swoop in and end all of these problems. I don't think you're really the capability to do that. Whether it's there or not, I don't really believe 100% that he, or I don't think that that's what he's doing. Like, I find it very strange. I'm not a big fan of General Flynn. I'm not a big fan of the current FBI director, Wray. And when you got Flynn and Wray agreeing that fucking Kash Patel would be a good FBI director, I have my reservations. I have my reservations. I don't think once he gets in there, it's going to be too long before things that are commonly done by those people in those positions are going to be done by Kash Patel. He did the same. He sounds to me like John Ratcliffe. Remember Devin Nunes? Devin Nunes? All of these people that are all on our side that are telling us all these things, keeping us in suspense, promising us something's going to be taken care of, and it never does. All we do is get more and more suspense, more and more aggravation, more and more of the same. Just a different fucking topic, just a different, your perspective applied to the fucking observations are what you're going to get the next 4 years. As to whether any of that's going to get changed, people are going to be incarcerated or people are going to be held accountable, I highly doubt it. I'm shocked magazine made Trump person of the year. They had no choice. They just literally had no choice but to do that. They're irrelevant to so many people in the country that they had a shot to make some big sales, and so they threw Trump on there. Whether he earned it or not, I think he did. I'm not anti-Trump by any means. I just don't know from the facts that I see that I can comfortably say he's the one that's going to change everything. Because I say that because none of the people out here on the internet are ready to change anything. There's nobody out here with big followings that have any interest in providing solutions and getting groups of people to work towards simple solutions. And until we start seeing the people do that, your leader is not going to do any more than he needs to do to keep your attention and continue to keep himself and those people that he wants to be in charge. And this is both parties. That's all they've done our whole lives. I mean, Trump has an opportunity here. We'll see what he does with it. But more importantly, with him in office and with X decommissioned as a platform of censorship, it's rather stunning to me that the Tuckers and the others of the world aren't offering solutions from their followers to do things that would solve a lot of these problems. And, maybe that'll begin sometime. Probably not. And that without that, Trump's effectiveness and Trump's desire to be as effective as he can be, really without having the people behind you actually physically doing things to benefit themselves. I mean, you want to help those that help themselves. So, as a group, the only thing we're doing out here is we're selling each other outrage and drama. And really, I talked about nothing of any import today. But anything that you've encountered today that appears to be of importance is not any more important than the bullshit you heard me talking about. Changes nothing, does nothing, fixes nothing. It is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got another month, more than a month before he's sworn in. The 20th. So today's the 13th. How many days in December? It's probably 31. Yeah, obviously it's 31 days. So 18, and you got 38 days until he's in there. Let's hope he makes it. Yeah, that's the problem. They stay loyal. So we'll see. All right, folks. It's an hour and a half. That's enough. I'm tired. I was up till 4 in the morning. Woke up at almost 1 in the afternoon. That was pretty fucking awesome, to be honest with you. And, yeah. I actually, for the first time in a long time, went and got me a double Whopper with cheese. Love them Whoppers. And, yeah, mowed that bitch down. So, yeah, everybody be good. Thanks for stopping in. I'll be back again. And in the meantime, don't pay attention to anything Carl says, because Carl is a little fishy to me.